Tá. Que
As titled the first conference on peace as concerns the Anglophone crisis. So we left Yaoundé without any agenda because we are neither a political group, we are just a group that talks on the youth and precisely patriotic youth of Cameroon. We all know that from the conception of the crisis in Cameroon that is taking our country at least a year now, the youth have not stood on themselves to talk about this sex crisis. So JICAM, with the acronym in English CAMPI, in French we say Jeunesse Patriotique Camerounaise, and in English we say Cameroon Patriotic Youth, have decided to take upon themselves for the very first time since the crisis started to come at the war zone or at the crisis zone to know exactly what is the problem plaguing this Anglophone region. It is part and parcel of Cameroon.
Opening prayer.
Okay.
Opening prayer.
Yeah. The second thing I believe. What can we have again? What from the host? Okay. Focal point. Okay. Okay. A word from the prayer.
Yeah, we are together.
We have opening prayer, we have the chorus of the national anthem. What is that?
On fait ça par celui que vous pouvez encore désigner comme leader ici là. Après prière, ou bien on commence par la prière. Vous êtes d'accord? C'est bon non?
The Muslim spirit. We go to the chorus and president of Campi, discussion talks, prayer by a Christian, national anthem. General, by interim basis, I'm also from the Southwest region, precisely Kupinami.
I'm working in Southwest region. I'm from Boya.
I'm Achu Stephanie from the Southwest region.
Achu from the Northwest region.
Tata Ignatius from the Northwest region.
I'm this case I'm trying to do. I'm still Kendo in right here, Southwest region.
I'm Ben Samuel. I hear from the Joa region. I'm resident in
I'm working somewhere else.
I am Koke Brian, precisely from the Northwest region.
Chair Jonathan from Southwest.
National President de campus.
Reads the declaration of the Sub-Divisional Officer of Limbe that authorized this conference to take place in Limbe.
The Divisional Officer of Limbe 1 hereby acknowledge the receipt of the with law number 94 and 512 relating to public meetings and names. Cameroon dialogue with some youths from Boya, Tiko, Munya and Limbe. Venue at the medicine shop Explanade. Except where the need may arise. Signed, Divisional Officer.
Okay, we'll go to the word.
JEPCAM. I'm not going to be the one to introduce JEPCAM because the National Conference is present. But it's a group which was created in 2011 and I am a member of the group. It just so happened that during this particular month I'm currently on leave and I happen to spend my leave period here in Limbe. The president gave me a call and he said the ongoing movement, I think the moment is really good for us to calm down and have a dialogue with our fellow youth. So that is the occasion which has assembled each and every one of us here present. Those coming out of Limbe, well, I'm not the government delegate or the government delegate of Limbe, but permit me welcome each and every one of you. Feel at home.
You repeat for a still solidarity, please. When I say Campi, you repeat for a still solidarity. Campi acier. JEPCAM.
Oui, solidarité acier.
Okay, thank you so much. His objective is to support the national institution for the promotion and the sustainable of peace and stability in our country. But now, you come here in Limbe for the first peace conference of national youth to dialogue, to discuss with our brothers and sisters of the Southwest regions to the crisis anglophone. Donc, comme je l'ai dit, si vous me permettez, nous sommes là effectivement pour vous écouter. Vous savez, quand votre frère, votre soeur est en difficulté, la première des choses qu'il attend de son voisinage, c'est de lui venir en aide, d'écouter quel est son problème, afin de l'aider, de le comprendre même, parce que quand quelqu'un est seul, il est désemparé. Depuis que la crise anglophone a commencé, ce sont les seniors, les gouvernants, les membres du gouvernement qui descendent. Or, il faut savoir que le Cameroun, nous sommes venus ici parce que le Cameroun nous appartient à nous tous. Nous tous ici, nous sommes fils natifs du Cameroun au même titre d'égalité. Il n'y a pas de différence. Et c'est pour cette raison que lorsque notre pays fait face à certaines difficultés, c'est normal. Moi, je peux être chrétien catholique. Je ne peux pas te défendre d'être chrétien adventiste ou bien chrétien ou bien musulman. Mais nous tous, nous formons les frères et sœurs d'un même pays. Ça veut dire qu'on doit respecter chacun avec sa diversité. C'est pour cette raison, donc, depuis que cette crise a commencé, ayant constaté que les jeunes, les autres jeunes, les jeunes de la nation, ne faisaient rien par rapport à leurs frères et sœurs des régions du sud-ouest et du nord-ouest, la jeunesse patriotique du Cameroun, Campi, a décidé de se rapprocher de vous pour venir vous demander, mes frères, mes sœurs, qu'est-ce qui ne va pas depuis que la crise a commencé? Nous, on n'a pas traité avec les aînés, on ne les repousse pas, mais ils ont leur âge. Vous savez, chez nous, à mon patois, on dit que seuls les singes les singes d'une même catégorie se passent les arbres. Vous comprenez un peu? Donc nous, on doit faire notre dialogue avec vous, pas avec les aînés. C'est pour cette raison qu'on est donc venu pour vous demander que, chers frères, qu'est-ce qui ne va pas? Quel est le problème depuis que la crise anglophone a commencé? Dites-nous. Et maintenant, nous allons, après vous avoir écouté, nous allons essayer de vous demander s'il peut y avoir une solution pour qu'on sorte de la crise. Nous, on ne peut pas vous mentir en vous disant que nous avons une solution magique ou bien nous allons vous faire telle chose, nous allons faire telle chose, nous allons faire un miracle pour que la crise finisse dans les régions du nord-ouest et du sud-ouest. Mais ce qu'on pense faire, c'est d'aller proposer, nous aussi, au niveau de la présidence de la République, du sommet de l'État, les propositions que vous allez nous faire. Parce qu'on s'est dit que peut-être étant à Yaoundé et partout ailleurs, parce qu'on vient de toutes les sensibilités de la nation camerounaise. Voici quelqu'un qui vient du littoral, l'autre vient de l'Est. On s'est dit qu'en restant comme ça, on vous mettait de côté, on vous marginalisait. Ce n'était pas bon, il fallait qu'on vienne vous écouter. Et maintenant, les propositions qu'on fait ensemble, on essaie aussi d'aller les répercuter au niveau du haut sommet de l'État. Parce qu'on se dit que peut-être le sommet ne connaît pas véritablement quel est le problème. Peut-être qu'ils n'ont pas jamais eu le vrai rapport. On se dit. Donc nous les jeunes, on est venus pour que nous essayions nous-mêmes de mettre sur pied notre initiative de résolution des problèmes, des revendications anglophones. Voilà.
The same like the youth figure. They always say the youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow. So that is why patriotic youth in Cameroon have decided to come down to meet with us, brothers and sisters, because he said when there is a crisis, a neighbor is expecting someone to come closer to ask what is actually the problem. Because you cannot give forth a solution without you knowing the exact problem. One, if we know the problem, then we together here as youths to see forth how we can get forth a solution to carry back to the hierarchy that be, which is the president of the republic. He said again that maybe the president is acting contrary to the view that is given unto him. It means maybe your request or your final resolution that you give to the leaders sent forth by him to this our region, Northwest and Southwest, doesn't get to him on time. So it is better for us as youth to put our heads together to see how we can come to a lasting solution.
The French and English. But now English is the second language in Cameroon. French is the first. When I went to Douala, if you see any signboard, we go to the Ministry of Basic Education, write it in French. They will not even write it in English. You will not see English, nothing on English there. But if you come here, you see French up, you see English down. We are not complaining. Now, come to our country where we stay. The French people take us as the English people as second-class citizens. We should be frank about that. If you meet a policeman, if you want to talk to you, first you start speaking in French, not even in English. This is an English zone. So the problem is how we relate with the francophones and the anglophones relate in the quartier. That is where the problem is. We should understand that we are all equal. We are all Cameroonians and we have equal rights.
When they were doing the renovation or the extension of the refinery in the Sonara here, then I went there to submit my application to work under a nobody. But if you are a francophone, you can talk anywhere and you are free anywhere. You look, if you have, like the Minister of Communication always said, all the Anglophones, because of the crisis we are facing here, he always quote that they are terrorists. It means if you are an Anglophone in Cameroon, you are a terrorist. As the Minister of Communication or the government spokesman, is that the word that comes out of that person's mouth? It means if you are an Anglophone in this country now, you are a terrorist.
Vous causez quoi dans la voiture? I said, well, I was just discussing, I was talking with my colleague. He said, no, c'est vous les anglophones qui tuez le militaire à Manfi. I said, man, you just stopped me, you don't ask for my documents. How can you just say we anglophones are the one killing military men in Manfi? So I was surprised, I got angry. I stepped out of the car. I went to the man. I said, Mister.
He got very angry and he said I should leave his office. As an authority, I had to respect him. So I went out. I have a very good friend who talked today. He said I should give him the document because he's francophone. He went into that office and he spoke in French. I think he just spent about 2 minutes in that office. And as I left the office, he went in. The divisional officer took the documents and signed it and gave him. I felt bad. I do not understand if is it the fact that he did not understand what I was saying, or just the fact that the English I spoke annoyed him. When I graduated, we got integrated into the civil service. It's my colleague, I work at the Ministry of External Relations. At my department, you are forced to treat files in English. In French, sorry. So you can imagine an Anglophone who is drilled in English all his life in English, and you get into an environment where you have to write letters and send to the president that the president is going to read in French when you are not sure of the French that you are writing. How can you compete with your fellow colleague francophones who write in English, who write in French, sorry? It's difficult. how do I work in that kind of a condition? But I'll say, as Anglophones, we have learned the hard way. You know, we just have to. I just deal with it. And I think for the past 2 years, I'm improving. I would say that. But I just hope that things change.
It wasn't an Anglophone problem. The lawyers came up with the problem. The chief judge who was there was a Francophone. And how can you imagine that in a place, a suburb like that, a Francophone will go to judge somebody who does not even hear good morning, who cannot understand good morning in French? Now, when this problem started, it wasn't an Anglophone problem. But now, the government, because of the way they took the Anglophones as non-citizens or second class, whatever, so they belittled them. It went up to the problem of teachers. And when the teachers came up, as usual, the government thought that they will march on them and this thing will just end like that. Because each time the Anglophones complain of something that is wrong in the country, they will just snap at them.
Because of their job as they are with the French-speaking people, when they come to us to solve issues, they turn against us. You will see a person you know very well, who may be your classmate even, because he is putting on khaki. He behaves as if he has never known you.